video. I hope you guys are doing well. Just so everybody knows, we made it through the tornado weather. Very good. Ernie was home with me, and he ended up being home with me because I was sick. So that worked out well. I got to have him home with me during the bad weather too, but I'm better now. So thank you everybody for all your well wishes. So this is part 2 of a extreme declutter of my home decor. And I just want to walk you guys through everything that we did on day 1. I was super overwhelmed on day 1 with all of the decluttering that I needed to do. You guys got to see that, but I made it through. I first started off by just emptying the room of everything that I knew that I wanted to get rid of. I put all of that in the loft. I had my daughter-in-law and my neighbor come and take everything that they wanted, and I was left with everything that I decided I'm going to have a garage sale with. Also in that video, after I was done doing that, I was able to tidy up the guest room, and I also rearranged some furniture here in the loft. And in that video, I talked to you guys about how it is hard to arrange the furniture and how I wanted to complete this room. But Ernie and I came up with the plan this past weekend on what we're going to do, so we are going to be tackling that in an upcoming video, and I'm very excited about it, and I think it's going to surprise a lot of you. But we are not done. It's part 2, and I promised you guys that I'm going to take you from step 1 to step 2 of decluttering my house and getting it decorated exactly the way I want it, every single room. So every video from now until then is going to be about getting that accomplished. I hope you guys are here for it. Today, I want to show you where we left off and what everything looks like today and what my plan is for part 2. So come on. This is the only thing we have left upstairs. We have to take that to my son and daughter-in-law, but I got sick, so we didn't have a chance to do that, and they're gone. They left to Mexico, and I still have to take this downstairs, or the sheets. The basket and blanket stays. Vacuum's here, no big deal, but everything is moved. Ernie got everything put in a tub and taken out to the garage, so I have no more mess up here. This is where I left you guys last time with the loft, the chairs over there. This is all going to change. We came up with a plan, and I think that it's going to be beautiful, and why I didn't do it before I don't know, but no more clutter. It's all gone. And now we enter the home decor room, and this is where we left. Now that I have all that clutter out of my life, I'm going to be able to go through all of this very easily and decide what I'm keeping and what is going away. My goal for today is to get everything that I'm keeping on one shelf. A lot of this stuff has a home in my house, and I need to take everything and put it in its home. So we're gonna do that. For instance, I have a lot of flower vases that can go above the refrigerator cabinet because I do floral arrangements. So I have a lot of those. They do not need to be in here. I still have pictures, which we didn't get to because I was sick and Ernie was busy taking care of me, but we will get to those. But like I said, there's a lot of things in here that I still don't want, and I was just overwhelmed that day. So we're gonna get rid of all that stuff. We're gonna get it out of this room and out of my house, and we're gonna be left with just what I know I'm keeping. All of the wreaths are hanging here for now, but they're going to go into the attic. This is how we left the closet. Looking good. No more clutter in here. That makes me feel really happy. It was hard work and it was frustrating. And the second day that I did this, I had no idea that that night I was gonna get sick. So I'm really happy I got that taken care of. And while I was sick, I was able to keep my house clean, and that makes me really happy because that allows me to, today, the first day that I'm feeling great, to tackle this, and my house is clean. I got all my laundry done while I was sick. I did it very slow, and Ernie kept the kitchen clean and did all the cooking and all of that, so it's a wonderful thing to have a clean home. We even got the sheets changed, house completely disinfected. It was so nice to wake up this morning feeling fabulous, feeling myself again. Clean house, laundry done, and now I get to tackle this. So it was a really good feeling. Anyways, I did have one person, I do want to address this before we get started. And if you want to fast forward to this to when we start cluttering again, that's fine. But I do want to address one thing that somebody asked, and I really do want to talk about this just for a quick minute. Somebody said that they're getting ready to downsize, and they wanted to know if I had a video on how to downsize your furniture, your home decor, all your stuff before you downsize your home. Well, I don't have a video for that, but honestly, you just have to let go. And a lot of you guys commented on my last video, and a lot of you guys are in the same position as me, and you feel exactly what I feel as far as hanging on to things. I want to share with you what I shared with you in that video, but I do want to touch on it a little deeper. I touched in that video on how at one of my homes in California, when I decided to do a complete declutter of my home decor, I was ruthless. Completely ruthless, and you have to be like that going in. And I think that there's two types of people. There's the person who never declutters because they just can't wrap their brain around getting rid of anything they spent money on. And then there's the other person who just goes for it and realizes, bummer, I spent money on this and now I don't want it anymore, or I don't need it anymore, and you just have to let go. And I think that's really the bridge. I think it's because of the money spent. That's what most people have the most difficult time with. I know it is for me, but you just have to admit that you made a mistake, you have to forgive yourself, and you have to move on. I feel so much better knowing that stuff is out of my home. So if it were me and I was downsizing my home, for instance, let's take the country house. If Ernie and I were selling this house right now, we're not, but if we were, and we were going to be moving into the country house, that's a much smaller home by 1,000 square feet than this home. So I would definitely be decorating or designing each room with everything that I have. Anything that's left over, I would get rid of. Sell, donate, give away, period. So my tip for you is if you are downsizing and you've got too much stuff, you really need to design that other house with items that you have and you want to take with you. And whatever doesn't fit in that design, you have to part with it. And that's just the honest truth. That's what I would do. So I hope that helps you, because I know this can be a frustrating and confusing time, and you just don't know. We hang on to things because we have that. It's kind of like hanging on to a size 10 pants when you're in a size 16 and you think one day I'm going to get back into that size 10. You don't know if that day is ever going to come. So you hang on to the size 10 for years and you never get back into them. It's kind of like that. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been hanging, I've told you, I had stuff in that room from California that never even saw the light of day in my home here, but I was hanging on to it because I bought it and I brought it with me. I cared enough about it to store it and bring it here when we moved. But yeah, so anyways, I know that all sounds very confusing, but I hope it helps you, because that's the way I would do it. I hope that helps. Anyways, we need to get started, so let's go. Okay, update. We made a decision off camera. I just decluttered this from the attic, and there's some stuff down there. Okay, that garage sale stuff. Ta-da! Ernie just hung up all my wreaths in here. I found my couple of Easter bunny decor things. Got our luggage here. I decided I'm selling my King of Christmas tree at the garage sale. He got even our big, gigantic wreath hung up. This is all organized perfectly. And these are all like my porch signs and all that kind of stuff. This is all empty now. The little breezeway, the entry is all empty. Garage sale, yay. Now, let's get this. We are making so much progress, and I am so happy with all that I have done. I have been looking at this home decor room, and I've been telling you guys for quite some time that I needed to get this done, and it was just too overwhelming for me. The thought of getting rid of things, selling things, or giving things away that I had spent money on was so hard for me. And on the day that I decided to do this, I just became ruthless. And it is, in all honesty, you really have to be there. You cannot expect to hang on to something just because you spent money for it. You have to admit that you made the mistake of buying it, or you're never going to use it again. You really have to be ruthless when it comes to this kind of declutter. It is not easy, and I think that is probably the hardest part. So just like in step 1, choose a landing spot that you can take everything out of the space and put it in that landing spot so that it's out of the room. And as you start to see the area get decluttered and start to breathe again, you're going to get a little bit more empowered to keep going. It is a very freeing feeling to get rid of things, and I want to encourage you, if you have a room or any area in your home that needs this done, do it. Don't be afraid. Get it done. Okay, I did it. I got one emptied. I'm going to show you what I'm doing with everything. This is everything I decluttered here from that shelf, including that board and this picture. I'm keeping all of these. Ernie took everything else, like all the vases and everything downstairs in the kitchen, so I have to put those away. But we have an empty shelf, you guys. We're not done. We're going to get all this taken out of the house today. Now we still need to work on this one, so let's do that. Also need a plan. You need a plan, so you can remove the items from the area, from the room, from the tub, from the attic, from wherever it is that you're decluttering, and you can have it in a landing spot, but you need to have a plan. Where is it going from the landing spot? For me, I knew that I was going to give it away or sell it. Whatever doesn't get sold, I'm definitely going to donate, but I do know that it no longer has a home in my home, and I'm not going to allow it to take real estate up anymore. So we broke it down, and Ernie is storing them here till we're ready to use them. This will eliminate me keeping stuff, so I don't have anywhere to put it. Let me show you what I've decluttered so far. This is part of the second declutter for a garage sale. I'm feeling so good, you guys. I'm feeling so free. I gotta go through and take these off of the wire, chicken wire. I do hope you're enjoying this declutter series, because I am not going to stop until my entire house is completely decorated, and part of that meant that I needed to get this room decluttered. There was a moment where I was, frozen in time and thought, what if there's something I'm going to give away, sell, or donate that I might use in one of the rooms? And I just couldn't see it. And that is the exact thought process right there. That is what keeps me holding on to things. So I had to stop thinking that way. And I had to realize that if I wasn't utilizing it, if I wasn't using it in my decor right now, then it's not going to be used. I know it's not going to be used in the rooms upstairs, so it needed to go. Let me put on some good music while we continue to work. Another shelf. So we're going to take this one apart too and put that in the attic. Voila, it's gone. Okay, we are down to one shelf, you guys. I'm going to give you a tour of where I put everything. We're not done yet though, because I forgot to make room for that stuff. So this is how it's gonna have to be until I go through these and get them hung up, decide where I want pictures hung up. That is probably gonna be used out in the back patio when we redo that. Looks so good. Okay, let me show you. This is my second declutter. Everything that I have decluttered is here. And you can see the weather is not great outside. So I have to wait for some good weather. I'm hoping this coming weekend is gonna be good to do a garage sale. Whatever doesn't sell is gonna get donated. There is no more room in the garage for this, so we're gonna store it here until the day of the garage sale. We'll take care of this right now. So Ernie has said he is going to build shelves in here for me in this little breezeway between our attic and entry to the attic. We were hoping to get one of those black shelves and it was about that much too wide. I was so bummed, but he's just gonna build me a few shelves in here, and this is gonna be my new home decor area. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna load it up. So all of this will find a home in my house as I complete rooms. And once I complete rooms and this stuff has not found a home, then it's gonna go bye-bye as well. Also, I have tubs when we do the attic. This stuff can go in, so we're gonna take care of that. I'm going to be able to create this one and this one are probably actually unnecessary, these two, but I need to wait until I solidify everything else to address that. This is my craft stuff, so it's gonna remain in here, just probably up in the closet once I get everything organized in there. I mean, it's not horrible, but like I said, Ernie is gonna build me shelves back here. Do you see? It's like 2.5 feet from here to there. You can't really tell because it's all white, but from here to back there is like 2.5 feet on both sides. So he was gonna build me a couple of shelves here on this one and this one, and in the guest room. So he's going to hang these pictures for me, probably next weekend, not this weekend, in this hallway here. So we have a home for him. Anyways, let's get this all cleaned up and I'll give you guys a final look at how everything looks when we're done. We are nearing the finish end of the declutter, not the video, not the video, of the declutter, of the second declutter. And like I said a couple of times, there quite possibly could be a third. You have to take this in baby steps. You cannot expect this to happen all at once. You have to take it in baby steps. For instance, if you just do it all in one, I promise you're going to get rid of something that you really intended to keep. I almost did that. In part one, there was a pillow, a Merry Christmas pillow that I absolutely love that was in the pile, and they didn't take it by the grace of God. I would have been so sad. I would not have told them that they took it because it was in the pile. I would have just sucked it up and, felt bad for myself, but I was in such a frenzy of getting rid of stuff, it was accidentally out there. So you have to do that. Also, in any kind of declutter, it's kind of like a hoarder experience, you guys. And, a hoarder needs counsel while they're getting dehoarded. I don't even know if that's a term. But anyways, do you know what I mean? You have to self-counsel while you're doing this. And I'm putting these pillows on the sofa, but they're not staying. I'm just trying to make sense out of the mess that I have created. Just so you know, and I'm going to give you a tour of everything and explain everything. But we are not done. We are going to tie this video up with a pretty little bow. And I'm going to give you guys a tour because I don't want you guys to think that I'm hiding stuff. If you look at, I have one shelving unit with stuff on it compared to what this room looked like. And that is amazing. And I don't want you guys to think it's hiding around the corner. So I'm going to walk around and I'm going to show you that it really is gone. And I'm elated. I can't believe it. I was so ecstatic after this was done. I kept telling Ernie, it feels so good. It feels so good, And he's been, trying to encourage me to do this for quite some time. It was just, like I said, overwhelming. So the fact that I now have a plan and, we have a plan for everything is just amazing. So I'm excited for the garage sale. I can't wait to sell everything and tell you guys how much I made and all of that, but I've got to wait for the right weather. And right now we are in rainy season. And we used to have a neighborhood garage sale in spring, and for some reason they decided to change that to June in the dead of summer for whatever reason. Probably because of the rain. But anyways, I'm excited for that. I really am. And I'm encouraging you guys to do it too. Okay, everything is done. We got our little pile for garage sale, and everything else is going to be taken care of in our makeover in here, so I'm not worried about that. But look at this, you guys. Wow. I mean, what a difference this makes. I ended up putting my hydrangeas here because they look so pretty in that basket for Easter decor. And then I'm gonna use those for, I think, our centerpiece for our Easter table. Yeah, it's looking really good. This is amazing how big this room is for a bunk room. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there's plenty of room for a bunk bed here, a bunk bed over here on that wall, back there. This room is done. Well, this room is not done, but my mess is cleaned up. Ernie decided to keep this. Well, these are not staying. He's piling stuff up here. This is part of the garage sale. He decided to keep this for when we redo the men's lounge. And then this is from the Maldonado Family Vineyard in California. We have that. We'll display that on his bar. You know, just some nothing is staying the way it is, just so you know. I'm actually going to be selling this rug at the garage sale and those curtains at the garage sale too. Possibly that. Ernie and I haven't discussed that piece yet, but it was free. So any money I make on that would be free money because I didn't spend a penny on it. I'm going to be getting a new rug and new curtains for in here, just so you know, and I'm going to do it right. I'm going to order the ones that I want. I'm not settling for what's at Home Goods. So that's going to my daughter-in-law, but everything else is still beautifully clean. I just want to show you. I'm not hiding anything. This is the true process of, let me show you, true process of declutter, part 2. So not hiding anything. And like I said, there might be a third declutter. I am not sure. So let me show you the attic. That way you guys can see I'm not hiding anything. I want you guys to see the real process behind this. Okay, we are still exactly where I showed you, except for all the racks are in here now. These are the little doodads that hold them together, but I'm going to be selling that, so that's going bye-bye too, but we didn't want to clutter up the loft with it, so we're leaving it here. All my wreaths are hung, my vines hung up in here, and Ernie did my long stem florals. He tied those together and put those in here. So right now, everything feels really good and really organized. Okay, so now I've got to clean the stairs off because I've been making a mess. That's trash that needs to go, so we're going to take care of the stairs and put all the stuff away downstairs that came out of the home decor room. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. You heard me right. I am selling the rug in the loft and the curtains. The curtains were never my favorite. They weren't long enough. I hate the grommet curtains. I don't like them. There's a whole thing. So you did hear me, and you did hear me say that I am going to buy a new rug and I am going to buy new curtains, but I am going to do it right. I am going to, you know, make sure that it fits in the design that we're doing. Therefore, I'm going to need to order them. And that way I'm not going into Home Goods and just settling for what is in there. So that is my whole thing with the decor and finalizing decor in rooms of your home, is to create the design in your head or in your vision board or however it is you do it, and then hunt the items down to create that vision. And so that is what we are doing. And I am excited about it because when I'm done with this series, when I'm done with the upstairs, now after this declutter video, you know, I'm going to throw some gardening in and some regular videos too, so just know that. But when this is done, my house is going to be done. And I could not be more excited about that. And I'm looking forward to sharing it all with you guys. Okay guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Part 2 was a complete success. I'm sweaty and hot, sweat is running into my eyes. I found a home for everything, and like I said, there still might be a third declutter. I'm not sure, but I'm not gonna declutter another thing until I'm done doing all the rooms the way I want upstairs. And I do want to say I did not get rid of this. I'm actually gonna find a home for her in my, or him, he feels like a him. I'm gonna find a home for him in my in my office. So that office needs some rearranging on the shelves. I need to figure that out. I'm not getting rid of anything in there. I just need to rearrange stuff because I brought stuff from the shelves by the entryway by our bedroom into there, and I haven't found a permanent home, and so I just need to tidy that up. But like I said, everything has a home. It's totally possible to declutter your decor. You just have to learn how to let go. Have a garage sale, make some extra money, make yourself feel good. But if you have a room, a closet, a tub, whatever it is that you have, wherever you store your home decor, know that it's possible. You just have to set your mind to it and you can do it. Learn to let go. That's it. So anyways, guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.